Would you let your partner name your child after their soulmate? I'm 7 months pregnant, and yesterday my boyfriend, Shane, asked me the most insane question I've ever heard in my life. What if we named her Grace? I was lying on our couch, rubbing my belly, going through our list of baby names. We've been circling around Antonia for weeks. I'm mixed Ivorian and Brazilian, and Shane's Costa Rican. So we wanted something that honored our cultures. Grace as a middle name? I asked, not really paying attention. No, her first name should be Grace. That's when I looked up from my phone. Grace was his high school girlfriend who died of breast cancer 3 years ago. The same Grace he used to call the love of my life when we first started dating, the one he said he was going to marry someday. You want to name our daughter after your dead ex? Shane got that look on his face like I was being unreasonable. She was the most important person in my life for years. It would honor her memory. I stared at him. Shane, I'm the one pushing this baby out of my body, and you want me to call her by your ex-girlfriend's name every single day for the rest of my life? It's just a name, babe. Grace is beautiful, and it has meaning. Meaning for who? For you. That's when he said the thing that made my blood turn to ice. Our daughter could live the life Grace never got to live. I actually laughed. Not because it was funny, but because I couldn't believe what I was hearing. So what? She's supposed to be your dead girlfriend's replacement? Every time you look at her, you're going to think about the woman you actually wanted to have kids with. Shane's voice got louder. That's not what I meant. You're twisting my words. Am I? Because you literally just said our daughter should live Grace's life. He started pacing around our living room, running his hands through his hair. Why can't you be more understanding? She died, okay? She's gone. This is my way of keeping her memory alive. By using my child as a memorial? She's my child too. Then act like it. I stood up. It took some effort at 7 months pregnant. You know what your problem is, Shane? You never got over her. You're still in love with the dead girl, and now you want our daughter to carry that baggage. His face went red. That's not true. Isn't it? When we first started dating, you talked about her constantly, how she was perfect, how you were going to marry her, how she was your soulmate. I put up with it because I thought you needed time to grieve. I walked to our kitchen table where I'd written down all our name ideas and picked up the paper. But this crosses a line I didn't even know existed. Shane followed me, his voice getting desperate. We could compromise. Maybe Grace as a middle name? Or what about Gracie or Graciela? Shane, stop. I'm trying to work with you here. That's when I lost it completely. Work with me? You want me to push out our daughter and spend the rest of my life calling her by some version of your ex-girlfriend's name? Do you hear how insane that sounds? I ripped up the paper with all our name ideas, except one left. Antonia, sitting there on the table. This is her name. Antonia. Not Grace, not Gracie. Not any other version of your dead girlfriend's name. Shane stared at the torn paper. You can't just decide by yourself. Watch me. I grabbed my hospital bag, the one I packed last week, and headed for the door. Where are you going? To my sister's house. To think about whether I want to raise a daughter with someone who's still in love with someone else. That was yesterday. Shane's called me 16 times, left 8 voicemails. The last one was him crying, saying he didn't mean it the way it sounded. But I know exactly what he meant. And I know this. My daughter deserves better than being a ghost's replacement. Her name is Antonia. And if Shane can't handle that, he can explain to her when she's older why daddy wasn't there when she was born.